Wow, you see this liquid here? This is not grapefruit juice. It kind of looks that color, doesn't it? But this is juice from my own homegrown grapes. I have about 30 foot of grapes that go along the fence in my garden, where I also grow about 40 feet of asparagus. And this is the first year I've had a really, really bountiful harvest. And I want to encourage you to grow grapes, because I really don't do anything. I don't fertilize, I don't do anything special, and they just really flourish. Now, I grow the Concord seeded grapes because they make the best juice, and I'm going to show you how I make the juice. But first, this is my first test of the juice this year. Pretty good. A little on the tart side. I do not add any sugar when I am processing the juice, because I figure you can add it later if you want to make jelly or whatever you're going to do with it, or drink it. But I actually like to drink it just plain. Not quite as sweet as when I have bought grapes in the past from, it was actually a place south of here that used to grow the grapes for Welch's grape juice. And they had really cultivated a sweeter variety. But this is darn good, and a lot of nutrients in it, right? It's really good for you, and it really, I'd like to say, cost me nothing after my first planting. You hear that? That's again my refrigerator, the one that is dying. The one that I have to wait 6 months for the new one to come in. They're telling me maybe end of November now. Anyway, sorry for the noise. Let me show you how I make the juice, and how much grapes I had, and how much cans, well, I should say jars, pints of juice I got. Come along with me. So as you can see, the grapevines are kind of starting to brown up. I've already picked half all the way down here. And I got, I think it was 11 or 12 pints of juice out. I'll show you. So my batch earlier this week, I got 11 pints out of it. I'm going to get more today. So I don't know if you can see, I'm kind of in the midst of all these vines trying to get at the grapes. Maybe I need more pruning. You can see there's quite a few here. This area is so overgrown, it's hard to get to them. But what I'm doing is cutting them off and then putting them in my bag. So this is a big Columbia bag full of grapes. This is more than I picked the first time, so we should have a lot of juice tonight. So we want to wash the grapes. You know, if there's a real green one or something shriveled up, I take it off. Otherwise, I just rinse it. You know, these haven't had any chemicals on it because they came from my garden. So I'm just rinsing them well. Putting in here to drain the water. So there's a little green one. Pull that off. And that's it. I don't take them off or anything. Just leave them right on. So I got the water boiling nicely. Put it on the next level, which is like a funnel shape, kind of like a bundt pan. Put that right here. Make sure you have this turned to the off position. And then we're going to put on our grapes. Now we're just putting on the lid. And it'll be about 45 minutes to an hour, and we'll start having juice. I'll be back. This makes it so much easier than that long tube. But my other steam juicer has its purposes too. I will definitely use it when I am try to take the water out of the tomatoes and to make sauce because it accommodates a lot more tomatoes and it's a lot easier as long as you don't bump the holes. But this is nice. I also wish it was just a little higher. If you had an electric stove, you'd have to put a bowl or something underneath because of course it would be flat then. But it does work on a gas burner much better. And I don't want to overfill because then I won't be able to get it off. Because if it only was just a little bit bigger bottom, see, it'd be easier to remove. But that's how simple it is. So it's not coming out as fast now, so we will be replacing water and replacing grapes. Okay, boy, that was running dry, which isn't good. You don't want to let it run dry. Fish and put it back on. Now I'm going to try to lift you up so you can see in there. See how they look? We're going to put more on top. We don't take the other ones out. We just put more on top. So here. Packed back up. Maybe a little bit more over here. A little more over there. Put the top back on. And now I'll probably wait maybe another 30 minutes and try again. You wipe down the top because it could get some sticky juice on. Although I have to admit, with this kind of faucet, I don't know what you call it, you really don't get much dripping. Okay, now we're putting on our lids, which, geez, luckily I have enough. Still haven't been able to find many largemouth lids in the store. Yeah, then we're just going to put on our rings. And now these are going to be ready to be water bath canned. You get the idea. It's time to process now. As you can see, got boiling water in here. Okay, now we put in jars. When estimated okay, you want 1 inch to 2 inches above. We're going to put the top back on. There we go. It's already in a rolling boil. You only have to do it 5 minutes actually, but I'm going to do it for 10 because these jars weren't necessarily hot. There we have it. Over 31 pints, plus a little in the refrigerator. Here, pop. Plus a little in the refrigerator to drink. Not bad. Next year, I expect even a bigger grape harvest. That's it. Happy juicing. Please subscribe and share the knowledge. Thank you.